Yukon University may be facing a labor strike as early as March 2nd. And while negotiations continue between the university and the employees' union, I want to speak clearly about something that often gets lost in these situations. Students are not part of the collective bargaining. Students did not create this dispute, but students will carry its consequences. And here's the part that most people don't see. Even before a single class is canceled, students are already feeling the impact. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get started. So, what's happening? Earlier this year, a majority of unionized employees at Yukon University voted in favor of a strike mandate. Negotiations have been ongoing for over a year now. Key issues reportedly include wages, around an 11% increased demand, and further improvements in working conditions. If no agreement is reached, then legal strike action could begin March 2nd. This isn't just a headline. This affects faculty, staff, programs, research, community partnerships, and most importantly, students. I spoke at the Yukon University Senate on February 18 as a representative of the University Students' Union. And what I emphasized was super simple. Even without disruption, uncertainty itself is already causing stress and harm. Students are worrying about graduation timelines, employment offers, immigration implications, financial planning, housing contracts, family commitments, etc. When you're building your future, uncertainty is not neutral. It's destabilizing. To represent students responsibly, as a student union, we conducted a survey. Until February 17th, about 100 students responded across all programs in the university. What they are asking for is not radical. It is not political. It is not ideological. It's just protection. 89% want clear, regular communication. 91% said no loss or academic progress is non-negotiable. 88% want clear options to complete their courses. 84% want no penalties for missed classes or assessments. 80% want honest and timely communication. And 100% agree any disruption should be avoided. This is not divided student body. This is overwhelming consensus. Students are not asking to take sides. They respect collective bargaining. They respect workers' rights. They respect institutional governance, but they are asking for something foundational: predictability, structure, defined protections. When policies say Senate will explore alternative measures, students hear uncertainty. And uncertainty during disruption is the most destabilizing factor of all. Yukon University is still a relatively young institution. How this moment is handled will shape public confidence. Locally, nationally, internationally, this university is the only university over 60 degrees and represents access to higher education in the North. For rural communities, for indigenous communities, for working adults, for families, for newcomers, how we protect academic continuity in difficult moments will define our institutional maturity. In Senate, we as Student Union recommended that if disruption occurs, especially prolonged disruption, the university should consider optional grading flexibility, not mandatory models, formal student consultation before grading changes, clear communication timelines, defined tuition and fee reimbursement considerations, protection of graduation timelines, and finally, clarity regarding housing and vulnerable student groups. Students are not asking for shortcuts, they are asking for fairness. As a student here in Whitehorse, I know what it means to build your life around your education. This is not abstract. People moved here, signed leases, took loans sometimes, accepted jobs offers based on graduation dates. When students say no loss of academic progress is non-negotiable, that is not entitlement. That is literally survival. Students sincerely hope both parties return to the negotiation table. No one benefits from any disruption. But if disruption happens, protections must be structured, not improvised. Because the students did not create this dispute, but they should not pay for it either. This moment is bigger than a strike. It's about institutional trust. And trust is built when students feel protected. Following discussions on last Wednesday, Senate approved the establishment of an ad hoc committee to develop and recommend a clearer academic disruption plan, or academic continuity plan, to call it better, prior to a couple Senate meetings to be held coming weeks, Monday and Wednesday. The committee will also include representatives from the student union. So this is historical and a huge step forward. At the same time, representatives from the employer, from Yukon University, and from the employees union are gonna meet between Monday and Tuesday of coming week, and hopefully they will finally reach an agreement to avoid any strike or any disruption. From my side, I will continue to advocate for clarity, structure, and academic protection. Thank you for listening. My name is David Rojas. Stay tuned for next week's new video, with updates on the outcome regarding this specific situation, as well as new content. Have a good day. Peace. See you next time.